Oh my God. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, guys? Hello, hello. Okay. Dali, that was your fault. Oh my God. You are in so much trouble right now. You are in so much trouble right now. I can't believe you did that. Yes, that was your fault. Oh my God. That was from the last stream. We were playing jokes on each other on the last stream. We were turning each other's microphones off and shoving each other off the stage and stuff like that. And he turned my microphone volume down. You prick. Okay. Hi, Conspiracy. Good to see ya. Hey. It was Dolly's fault. Holy mackerel. Right. Shall I start again? You didn't think it would transfer over? Well, it did. It did. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Yes, it's good to see you, Conspiracy. Hi. Thanks for staying a member. That's really nice of you. That's really nice of you. It's not adorable. It's annoying. It's super annoying. Oh my God. When there's a mute fail, you can call it a sonic boom. Hey, Chinny, good to see you. Dear me. I feel like Sean right now. I'm like, la, 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 la. Oh dear. Wow. I should laugh, but I want to smack him right now. You get in here and I'm going to mute the fuck out of you. All right. So what I was saying was I've been wanting to cover the Gilgo Beach case for quite a while. I have a feeling that Mr. Rex is innocent. Humor me. The reason I have a feeling that is the case is because we never get to hear anything. about it. We accept the state side of it, and we all know that cops and the DA are always lying. Now, could be wrong. He could be guilty AF, but because it's New York, we don't get to see inside the courtroom. We don't get any transparency. Now, today is one of those lucky days when we get to hear something from the defense, because his lawyer has gotten out on the pavement, as he does very rarely, and he's actually saying something that we can all hear. And he actually has had a fair bit of a rant today. I like his lawyer. He's a bit of an eccentric one, actually. So let's have a bit of a look. Before we do, though, if you're not aware of who Rex Huermann is, he's also a bit of an eccentric one. And thank you to Ronnie in chat. Ronnie, wow, the research that you've done, Ronnie, I can't even get my head around how, wow, are you some sort of investigator? Hella is going to mute the kind of Dali. She said, yes, with my fist. With my fist. Sorry, I'm late. I was Googling something Dali mentioned. Okay, I'm not going to mute you if you're going to enjoy it. All right. So now, Rex Huermann, he is an architect, 60. He is very well respected, actually, in his field. There was actually an interview or a documentary made before he was arrested, obviously, that he was in. I remember seeing it. He was interviewed as like a respected person in his field. Now, he's been charged with multiple counts of murder in relation to the Gilgo Beach serial killings. They took place over quite a long period of time. So the assailant was wanted. No one knew who it could possibly be. They knew that they were linked together. Now, it was on Long Island's South Shore. Now, he's accused of meticulously planning and executing the murders of several sex workers. It's all kind of grisly, this whole thing. Now, the case against Huermann, it involves, they reckon they've got a lot of evidence. And I mean, they keep talking about having all of this digital evidence. They say, oh, we've got all of these hard disks, and we've got all these like USB drives and phones and all that kind of stuff. Like I was saying the other day on stream, actually on our Discord chat that we were having, I get annoyed when the state comes along and says, oh, we've got all this stuff, but they don't say what it is. Like, we've got all of these devices, but what's actually on the devices, you might as well just say, you know, I've got a hamburger, because what's on the damn hamburger, I want to know what it is that's actually linked to the crime. But what they do have is, and what's been seen, is something that says, that's like a plan. Like, it says it's detailing, it's a document that details how to carry out murders, apparently. And some people have been reading that out on some streams. You might have seen it already. Okay, so thank you to Ronnie. I've been looking through your document. It's fantastic. And it lists out all of the murders that are actually he's already been charged with, and some that he is allegedly linked to. Hello, S.L. Connolly. How are you? Good to have you here. You're female, so I would say I'm a type of investigator. Ronnie can fix Rexy. Okay, so let's get into it. I just before we do that, just wanted to read out the names. So we've got Maureen Brainerd Barnes. She was 25. That's in 2007. And Heuermann was charged with her murder January 16, 2024. That was recently. We got Melissa Bartholomew, 24 years old. And we have Megan Waterman. Oh, you're in so much trouble, darling.
What? Hi. Something happened?
Amber Costello, 27 years old. Jessica Taylor, 20 years. So they were the first four. And yeah, as far as I remember, they were the four that he was charged with. Okay, the cat doesn't seem to be happy with you either. Oh, hey, Max. Is this presser related to claims Rex's daughter posted certain images online? We'll see in a second. Actually, we'll just get to it. And I can come back to these later if we need any questions answered. Ronnie's in chat. Ronnie knows everything about all this stuff. I'm actually reading straight from Ronnie's document. And mum and dad are fighting. We ain't married. He's just my annoying little brother.
Oof.
Oh, yeah. He's got in the naughty corner. Hello, Emmy Warrior. Good to see you. Okay, let's do it.
It's good to know I'm on the other side of the world.
This lawyer's funny. He's so eccentric. Look at him. He's just the kind of lawyer that Rex would hire, I feel like.
Is that Rex's lawyer?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a lawyer for one of the victims.
No. Why? Why would you think that? This is the dude with the suits.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I was mistaken.
All right.
Again, this press conference being called by attorney John Ray. Heard there, waiting for the cops, waiting for law enforcement. The release did say that.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Sorry, am I wrong?
Attendance will be limited to media and law enforcement.
Oh, oops.
Interesting that law enforcement will be present, according
See,
to
Ronnie knows everything.
For
I knew it.
A press conference that goes into evidence. What this evidence actually looks like, and this is the first time they've zoomed out. They just put up
lawyer for the victims. So are we going to hear from the defense today?
Again, we're going to be live here from the Stream Center after the press conference.
I thought we were going to hear from the defense today.
Tell me when you're all ready. We're ready to go. You all ready? Good. Here we go. Good morning, everyone.
Wait.
The first thing is I please ask that we're going to make a presentation, and I'll try to speak as loud as I can since we don't have a mic ourselves.
So no, Donna, you don't have to zip it. You can say whatever you like. Go for your life, Donna. Say, talk. It's cool.
And we're live streaming it, so I'll ask that all questions await the end of the presentation. Presentation is going to take a little bit. Not as long as you were worried about, but indeed we have some other people here to talk about. With me today, to my right, is Dr. Gary Brucato, who is a clinical and forensic psychologist, researcher, and nationally known author for his work in the areas of violence, including serial killing, especially serial killing, mass murder, and sexual offenses, as well as severe mental illnesses. He's a visiting scholar at Boston College, an expert on the Cold Case Foundation panel. He's worked at Columbia University, the New York State Psychiatric Institute, and he's co-created the Columbia Mass Murder Database, the largest and most definitive study of mass murder ever conducted. He's written nearly 100 articles, peer-reviewed articles.
Imagine going on a first date with him.
And he's written a well-known book in this field called The New Evil, Understanding the Emergence of Modern Violent Crime. He co-authored that with another doctor. He's presently working in several forensic training programs, and he's a friend of mine. And he's been working with me on this case over the course of approximately a year. So he's here today to do some explaining and connecting of the dots that I'm going to put out there for you with what we have learned, what we have discovered.
So why are the victims' families doing in their own investigation?
First,
I believe
I have
there's
nothing but admiration for
Hang
the
on.
work of the
Wait a
district attorney.
Sorry, go on.
no, I believe some of he's an attorney for like some of the missing people who haven't like been officially connected to him, Huermann. So he's like advocating on their behalf.
Okay, because yeah, there's about 6 or 8 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Attorney Ray Tierney and his task force in their use of technology and DNA. But we disagree on 2 very important subjects: the murder of Shannon Gilbert and the suspicion of culpability of the family of Rex Huermann. I've been the gatekeeper in this case, or these cases, going all the way back to the end of 2000.
Okay. Oh, hang on. I just want to say something. So Shannon Gilbert, she was supposedly murdered in 2010. She was 23 years old. She was last seen at Joseph Brewer's house on Long Island. That's as per Ronnie's notes. Just want to put that in there. So Shannon Gilbert is who he just referred
2011
to.
until now. And I'm going to continue in that role. And just so it's clear, because we've heard critics, I have not made 1 penny in this case from anyone, and the man I sued has no money. We will make no money in all the work that I have done from the beginning. We're not in this for the money, and never have been.
I gotta pay for my own pimp suits.
I'm in pursuit of Shannon Gilbert's killers.
Shannon Gilbert's
and the
killers.
full truth.
Okay.
And the facts and circumstances surrounding all of these murders, as I've been from the beginning.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I represent
get
that
weird vibes
family, the
from them.
Gilbert family, and I represent several victims' families of Rex Huermann who survived him and were attacked by him or stalked by him.
Okay. So hang on. Yes, half Irish. It sounds like that's what he's saying. So it's saying that he's saying that he doesn't think that Shannon was killed by Rex Huermann, and there's a bunch more that he thinks weren't killed by Rex Huermann. Guys in chat, tell me if you think that that's.
Oh yeah,
what-
there's a lot more out there that haven't been identified yet. Or
No.
connected.
This guy
Yeah.
thinks that Shannon
Oh.
wasn't killed by Rex Huermann.
Okay.
Hang on, let's just back up. Let's back up.
And the full truth and the facts and circumstances surrounding all of these murders, as I've been from the beginning. I represent that family, the Gilbert family, and I represent several victims' families of Rex Huermann who survived him and were attacked by him or stalked by him. So I'm not here today, by the way, to just speak about exclusively about Shannon, but I'm here to speak about what we have discovered regarding one of the children and the implications of that for the family. Now, look, if you're of the school that you say all that happened to Shannon Gilbert was a coincidence, all those things were coincidences and circumstantial evidence only, no matter how strong the evidence was or is, you say it's not proof enough to suggest that she was murdered.
Can you pause it
then
real
you
quick?
don't stay here. You don't need to.
Uh,
I just want to say this is what this guy wore to his last press conference.
oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, a little pimp outfit. Anyways,
I know. He's quite eccentric.
yeah.
Okay. This is why I was confused. I thought that he was representing Rex because he keeps trying to say that Rex didn't do stuff.
Hmm.
All right. And so, no, okay. So he's representing the families and mainly the family of Shannon.
Hmm.
Okay. This is making more sense now. Right. So, because, yeah, he keeps talking about people not being linked to Rex. This is so confusing. God, I wish we could see the hearings.
I know.
Because all these people, they're not making sense. It's like, just, you don't get to actually see who's standing next to who. I think they found the victims while searching for Shannon. So she kicked off the investigation. I'm remembering more now. Is the cluster. Right. Ronnie, have we actually seen his defense attorney get out and do a press conference at all? You
I
tell
believe
me.
so.
Have we?
I think.
Yeah. Okay. So the findings of an independent autopsy on Shannon Gilbert are consistent with homicidal strangulation. Oh, I'm sure she was murdered. It's just question is, was it by him? And it seemed like this guy's saying no. Very brief. Okay. And this is my biggest problem with this case, right? We've only heard from everybody else but the defense, right? We've not heard anything from the defense at all. And everyone's just making their minds up based on all this stuff that's been put out in the media by the state. And now this guy as well. And this guy seems to be all about dispelling certain victims from Rex, which is fine, and that's why I thought he was actually defending Rex. But okay, cool, he's not. But whatever, that's fine. But he's not actually defending Rex. He's just trying to say that no, the real killers of Shannon and some other people is somebody else, and you need to keep looking. Okay, interesting. Let's keep going.
And you don't need to watch this conference on streaming on the internet because you will be disappointed.
What?
Most of the things that we know happened, we know from circumstantial evidence. And what we have here is circumstantial evidence. But if you're able to accept that circumstantial evidence can be strong, as a great lawyer once said, as when you find a trout in the milk. That circumstantial evidence can be filled with right-minded inferences, real inferences, inescapable conclusions. This conference is for you.
What? Trout in the milk?
I'm thinking I had a case with a newly constructed wall which tipped over and broke a worker's legs.
It was at the border.
And it wasn't hard to believe that the wall was defective, even though nobody saw it tipping. That's circumstantial evidence.
What?
That's what we have here.
What?
I've never heard that analogy before, ever.
You will see today that Rex Huermann's porn is matched by his daughter's tastes, his daughter's work.
Wait, go back 10 seconds.
You will see.
Go back.
That.
What?
Rex Huermann's porn is matched by his daughter's tastes, his daughter's work. You will see that we are not talking here about.
Why? What do you mean? Is matched by his daughter's what?
Okay, so it's not my porn, guys. For realsy, it's not my porn. It's my daughter's porn, okay?
What does that mean?
I'm innocent. My daughter is into that kinky stuff.
He had a sex dungeon. What's that got to do with his
so
daughter?
Does Ricada. Well, no, I think he couldn't get it built, but
okay, hang on. Because the art that she had created, what art?
Well, it's nothing worse than Max Muir probably draws.
We were talking
kidding,
about
Max.
Dali's pin collection. I'm confused. Okay, hang on, let's get going.
What should I call it?
Closed captioning.
Merely murder? I say it ironically. We're talking about people who are involved and interested in torture, horrifying torture of the people we know are now dead, and many more yet to come. We are talking about the potentiality of cannibalism, hardcore. We are talking about
Does
the
he know
use
Biden's
of porno
uncle?
to effect what has happened. So allow me now to pull back the curtain.
Oh no, what's gonna happen?
You know a person by the company he keeps. Do any of us deny that? You know a person by what they read, what they look at, and that's especially today with the internet. The choices they make, of which there are many.
Holy shit, Max.
You know about people who agree with you, what you say, what you do, who have the same experiences as you have, who have done what you have done. We know you by the friends you keep.
And the porn you have.
He was a fine young cannibal.
He ate Joe Biden's uncle in World War II. Is he Haitian?
Okay, now we get to break out all of the he had a taste jokes.
Wait, is he trying to say his daughter did it?
I have no clue. All I know is Donna, you're absolutely fine to say you think this is bullshit.
Yeah.
That's like totes.
Oh.
Go for your life, mate. Like, what the hell is going on?
Okay.
Oh, hentai prawns. Okay.
I was like, there's no way hentai is involved in this press conference.
Oh, what
when
is
I saw
going
that,
on?
and I was like, what? Wow.
Jesus
okay, this
Christ. What is this Fight Club? We have no idea. But we are
spicy.
This is getting fully spicy. Let's go.
I'm getting aroused.
We know you by reputation. The things which in essence reflect you and your experiences. Now,
oh dear.
This is Victoria Heuermann.
Where is she?
The Indian
guy?
This is the first packet. There will be two. And all of this will be online as well.
What would we?
So if we run out, forgive me. By the way, these the full color ones were extremely expensive. And we have a budget.
We have a budget.
Colored ones are always expensive.
Just don't mess them up, all right? Oh. Holy moly, what's going on? I'm on the edge of my seat, guys. Come on, show us.
We say that the evidence we have, and this is just the beginning of the evidence you will see today.
This guy,
the evidence
Kurt
that
Eichenwald?
we have suggests that we've been sold a story by the Heuermann family.
Oh, have you?
Take a look at the first page and the picture that's to the right.
Hold it
That's
up.
Victoria Heuermann as she tried to appear to the press when you first confronted her at the home in Massapequa Park. There she is in her little girl's uniform. She's 27 years old with a school bag draped over her. Her hair in a nice little bun. Okay. Very innocent looking person.
Like my hair.
At 27.
The other picture is also Victoria Heuermann, as she really is, as she portrays herself on the internet, as she actually looks.
Well, people have their thing.
We've been sold a bill of goods.
Uh-huh. Keep going.
If you look at her artwork,
kinky.
In the top page.
Wait, pause.
Her artwork consists that she posted online.
This guy should have been like Chili DeCastro and asked for a color printer to his press conference.
Who's got ink?
Anybody have some colored ink, please?
I'll buy the ink. You bring the printer.
It's got to be a colored printer, though, guys. Come on.
Yep. Yeah.
Dude.
I'll pay for the ink.
Okay, I understand you're not making money, but it's a colored printer, dude. It's 2024.
It's not too difficult. And can you, like, he's got these big prints things next to him, but yet he's showing people this little A4 black and white thing. It's like, come on, you could do better. Anyway, yes, Ronnie, you're right. She's an artist. Artists are weird. Like that doesn't prove anything.
Artists are weird? No.
Well, artists make stuff.
I know.
Like
I'm being facetious.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this
look
doesn't
at
prove
Salvador Dali.
anything. Look at Salvador Dali.
He's even weirder than I am.
Come on now.
Which says a lot.
You both have nice hair.
Thank you.
Well, I do. I don't know about him. Thank you. I put a keratin treatment in it.
Me too.
But Marilyn Manson isn't a serial killer, so what's the point? Exactly.
How do you know?
Well, I mean, he's into all sorts of very odd things. He printed these out of the local library.
In 1949?
I know, right?
We're
like
getting
5
to the porn.
cents there.
We're getting to the porn, John. Calm down.
Okay, we're getting there, John. Calm down.
Of a human skull.
We're making you edge.
That's just the beginning.
Ooh,
I hope so. Because he got us out here for nothing.
After the indictments, oddly enough, and you folks took the picture, you see Victoria Heuermann walking out, I believe, from her house.
Is he got a scrunchie in? He's got a
I thought it was
scrunchie.
odd when I saw it.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
He's got a scrunchie in. That's why I made the joke
There's a
that his hair
scrunchie.
was the same as hers.
He has a scrunchie. It's
Yeah.
It's a
He's
pink
got a
velvet
bun.
scrunchie.
He's got a fucking bun.
I can't take anything he says seriously anymore. That's it.
Could you ever?
Done. He has a pink velvet scrunchie, and it matches his pink glasses. I am done with this man.
So is Babu.
You see Victoria Heuermann walking out, I believe, from her house. And I thought it was odd when I saw it. But you'll notice she's wearing a shirt
That is odd.
that depicts, right after her father is indicted, for these murdered women, it depicts a human skeleton. That's what she's wearing.
What? She's wearing a shirt that depicts a human skeleton? So what?
Oh my God, his daughter's
I'm going to
goth.
show you what she's looking at on the internet. And please, do not indulge in moral posturing that I am merely shaming her.
Does she know
Who is
Nick
also
Rekieta?
a victim of sorts. And she is a victim for sure of her family.
What's a polycule again?
Don't do that because she's
like
a
in a relationship with multiple
27-year-old
people,
woman
I think.
who tore off the cloak of victimhood when she chose to take a handsome profit for herself and for her lawyer from Peacock for openly displaying the pretend picture of this innocent little girl persona who had nothing to do with what went on in that house. She did that at the real victim's expense for a price.
A group of non-monogamous people linked by romantic and sexual relationships.
She herself marketed her false image.
So, Rekieta.
Her true self, a vastly different self, is fair game because of what she's done.
Yeah,
What she has
exactly,
witnessed, what she has perhaps gone beyond witnessing.
Who cares?
Draw the inference. I'm not going to feed it to you. You draw the inference.
Yeah. I'd make some money if my dad
Here
was a
is my
serial killer.
assistant, an expert technician, Lena Odgett, who's going to explain to you these posters and how we came to acquire them and how we can be sure they are from the daughter.
So you can make these beautiful big posters in color, but can't have a
what?
freaking piece of paper.
Are you
Color.
serious? What is this proof? She's an
Ooh.
artist. What the hell?
Oh, kinky.
What is the point of this?
It's technically illegal to.
It's art. Okay.
Okay, Salvador Dali made the great masturbator. So what?
So I've introduced
I
Lena,
got the melting
my
clock
assistant
back there.
Nani, and Francis
Clock.
Nakotra,
Are
who's
you
a co-administratrix
serious?
for the estate of Shannon
That's
Gilbert
it.
and the estate of Mary Gilbert, and has worked with me on these cases for years. Now, Lena's going to talk to you about the technical side of these pictures.
I know, and then they cheaped out on the freaking colored paper.
Are you
We
For
can
real?
be
She's a cutie.
reasonably certain that the Tumblr blog, which is what these pictures
Oh God,
come
she's a
from,
Valley girl.
that the Tumblr account and blog in question,
In question,
attached
like,
to
is
the
Grody
username Vinandimadtour, is operated
Like,
by Victoria
gag me with a
Heuermann
spoon.
for various reasons. First, we see from Victoria's LinkedIn her profile picture. This same profile picture is
Could you be any
identical
more monotone,
to a
woman?
selfie posted to the Tumblr account.
Like, she can't fix her.
Vinandimadtour on June 10th,
Sean.
2018, posted alongside art signed Victoria Heuermann, 12/1/15, as well as a clay modeling of a human skull. Second, Victoria, on her LinkedIn, links to a now defunct website with the URL www.vinandimadtour.art, which presumably once showcased her artwork.
Does John Ray need these
You'll notice
examples
that
anymore?
this
Can I buy
website
them from him?
URL mirrors the username of the Tumblr account and is likely a reference to an Icelandic word or phrase, which I'll talk about later.
Oh,
For
I can't wait.
reference, Victoria's now deleted Instagram also used this handle username. The same website is also linked in Victoria's
Pause.
Tumblr's biography. If you navigate to Victoria's
Why is
why?
why is there an Indian guy behind her? Is he like show Bob's and Vagine?
It's for me.
Yeah.
He does look quite disinterested,
He does. It's like he's just waiting to ask her to show Bob's and Vagine.
Gene. Well, he has to wait for that artwork to come up. I am absolutely aghast at this. This is ridiculous. What does this have to do with anything? The daughter is an artist. She does surreal,
Weird.
erotic art that happens to have some sort of macabre side to it. What the hell does that have to do with anything? She's an artist. It is not illegal in any way to create art like this.
Yeah.
It means zero. And yeah, she's probably taken her profile down because she's probably just gone.
Public Enemy number
Yeah,
2.
she's public enemy. Yeah, number 2, and she's just gone into hiding because all of his family's gone into hiding.
I would. Yeah, that's the first
Yeah.
thing I do.
Exactly. This is ridiculous. And this means nothing. This means zero. I don't understand. What are they trying to prove? Help me out here, guys. Ronnie, help me out. What are they actually trying to prove? The scandal. The scandal. Hello, East Coaster. My sister was out with Rex. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yikes.
19 years ago. He only fingered her. She took off because he was being way too rough. She did say that he has really big fingers. I am not surprised he has big fingers. The dude's huge. And I don't mean in that way. I'm sure he probably is. However, isn't he like nearly 7 foot tall?
Yeah, he's like a giant.
Isn't he like actually like a giant?
Yikes. Well, I'm glad your sister got away.
That too. And welcome, East Coaster. Nice to have you here.
Yes.
This Tumblr,
Wow.
you
that's
will find
crazy.
a tab to view her posts, as well as a tab to view a list of the accounts she follows on Tumblr.
No, I believe you, East Coaster.
Her posts consist of her artwork,
Wow.
some of which is included in the digital file
That's
that
crazy.
I will be sharing with everybody today, and printed for you in the packet we will be circulating. And on her Tumblr profile, a single reblog. A reblog on Tumblr is when
got
one
bored.
reposts a post from another blog onto one's own blog.
Oh, here he goes.
This
Oh,
single reblog made by Victoria.
he's the exhibit handler.
Ah, so he's the one showing Bob's and Vagine.
Yeah.
That's rare.
They're trying to prove that Victoria knew what was going on. Right. So you're saying that, Ronnie, you're saying that Victoria was in the house and knew what was going on. What, as a kid? Oh, no, it wouldn't have been as a kid because she's 27.
Yeah. He's been doing this for decades.
So what? She's culpable in some way? What?
I think that's absurd, but
Yeah. Firstly, that's absurd.
I suppose it's theoretically possible, but I seriously doubt it.
Yeah. Targeting her as a witness, and they link her hair to one or two of the victims.
I'm sure her hair was there.
And they've also linked hair on victims from Rex ex-wife and current wife. Oh, I've heard that. I've heard that. This all started with, what's his name, Ray getting up and saying, "Oh, I'm interested in showing that," what's her name, Shannon Gilbert was not murdered by Rex Huermann. And now here we are talking about Victoria and how she is interested in cannibalism because she was exposed to Rex Huermann and his dastardly ways as a kid. I don't get this. This is just so strange. This is so strange. And yeah, people are saying that the wife was involved, Ghost. The whole family's involved in some way. The way this whole DNA thing has been presented, it sounds like with these burlap sacks, for example, that there's just hair that's been attached to these things. Like I don't know, like with burlap sacks, like because they pick up hair. If it's been in the house, it's kind of like with dog hair. You know how dog hair just attaches itself to things. Like I can imagine that if it's been sitting around in the house, that it would pick up dust, it would pick up hair, it would pick up all sorts of stuff. And it doesn't mean that those people were involved. It's just that hair is around the house. You know, like it doesn't mean that they actually did anything. It's pretty sad to involve these people. Dear me. Wow.
Victoria is from an account which specializes in the production and distribution of illustration furry pornography. The reblog post is of the user,
Sarah.
which Victoria follows, advertising where their content can be found
Right, half Irish.
beyond Tumblr, right before Tumblr affected a ban on adult content. For those who are unfamiliar, a furry is someone who is an enthusiast for anthropomorphized animal characters,
Like my
often portrayed in
ex-girlfriend Rebecca.
sexualized fashion. A sampling of this person's content can be found on the Twitter account ebchimera_adult. I might add that these images are not for the faint of heart. It is cartoon pornography, but it depicts various grotesque acts of bestiality.
Kinky.
That this person produces grotesque cartoon hentai style pornography is significant,
Now John's
as it is
Happy.
seemingly the only account with
Seemingly.
which Victoria has engaged publicly, deeming this person's content worthy of a reblog, and that according to the district attorney, Rex Huermann himself searched specifically for hentai porn, searches which the DA described as sadistic.
You should just use the Kurt
While
Eichenwald
Victoria's
excuse.
likes on Tumblr are not available for public review, Some counts ours. She has chosen not to make hers public. We can look to the list of accounts she follows to inform us as to what kinds of images Victoria is viewing.
Oh, Benjamin. I'm not putting that on screen.
Of the roster of accounts Victoria follows on Tumblr, nearly every account is focused on the circulation of furry art and images. Victoria has a preference for furry pornographic material and dark, macabre art as seen on various accounts. And I'll go into some of these accounts right now. There's Ebony Chimera, a furry porn content creator. NIEH Furry, a furry content and furry porn creator. I guess I should be thankful. A furry porn and furry content creator who links to a fan fiction account of theirs on a website called Archive of Our Own, which publishes explicit content. This person's works and bookmarks displays a preference for fan fiction with the self-described themes of graphic depictions of violence,
this girl is such a prude.
Rape, child abuse, strangulation, underage prostitution, asphyxiation, and rough sex. Squeak Squad 524, a blog which describes itself as an art blog of Yiffertons, GIF and its derivations, being slang terms used by furries to refer to pornographic content of anthropomorphic animal characters. Lilera, the account from which most of these images come, and it's an account which circulates disturbing images of gore, violent pornography, and other fetish content. The content creator describes themselves and their blog and their bio as a gore whore, with content self-described as
I'm a
extreme gore, hard vor, violence extreme, vor being cannibalistic imagery of a victim eaten alive. This is to quote the dictionary. The prey's flesh being ripped,
this is ridiculous,
bitten, resulting in horrific injuries and often loss of life. According to a translator familiar with Scandinavian languages with whom we consulted, Victoria's account handle Vinan de Madtour may itself be an allusion to eating and consumption, a disturbing reference when considered in the context of the hard vor fetish content Victoria views and follows.
I'm going to take you through a few points. The rest of them speak for themselves. But if you don't mind.
I'm banning her, by the way.
I can't take you seriously, dude.
Besides what I'm showing you, that she's looked at, that are equally as bad, if not worse. We just thought these.
You're off mic, John.
I'm off mic, so I'm going
right, Ronnie.
Oh my God, dude!
You want to talk on the mic and then explain it? What do you?
If you just stay there and point.
Yeah.
All right, I'll try.
Yeah. Why don't you talk on the mic and say which picture, and then we edit the picture.
All right, fair enough. All right. I have to be able to see them. That's the trouble.
Hell, this stream started off more professional than this guy's press conference.
Yeah, the
hanging
one.
You can hold them right behind.
No, it's your fault.
I know it was. Oh, shit, dude.
Thank you. That's good.
It is gross, old line.
We chose these pictures because of the significance in relation to
Not having to
Rex
take my
Huermann,
Viagra
as
anymore.
well as his daughter, Victoria. Take a look. It's people hanging. That's what she's looking at. But look particularly at this particular person hanging. There's a shoe missing.
My God.
Sandra Castilla was found with a shoe missing. This seems to be
So
a
is
fetish.
John O'Keefe.
A fetish that was indulged in.
John
by
O'Keefe
Rex
was found
Huermann.
missing a shoe.
A fetish that is depicted and looked at by his daughter.
Rex Huermann.
That's a connection.
Pause.
Are you serious?
Pause.
Oh my God.
John O'Keefe was killed by Rex Huermann.
Oh, well, there you go.
He was found
Problem
without
solved.
a shoe. He has a foot
Yeah.
fetish.
Okay, we need to
That
call
person-
Canton now. Also, only feet. We need to look
Feet
up
finder.
Victoria, Feet Finder. We need to look up Victoria's profile on there. Make sure we need to check
Yes.
out her profile on there. We
Gotta
need
see
to
if she's got any tootsies on there.
We need to see if she's got any tootsies on there. Are you actually serious, man? That's a connection because he's missing a shoe.
Dude, Turtle Boy makes connections that.
Wow.
At least Turtle Boy's connections usually make some sense. She has a picture of somebody hanging without a shoe, and one of Rex's victims didn't have a shoe.
Holy fucking moly.
Dude.
Someone needs to lock this dude up in a mental asylum right now.
With only one shoe.
This is so... And she is a good artist, Ronnie. This is not my kind of art. Like, Old Line Red is right. Like, it's a bit gross. In my opinion, it's super gross, right? I would not have this in my house. I would not want my daughter to see it. It's yucky. But that's just my personal opinion. Some people would like it. And she's like talented. Like, it looks really realistic. I don't think it's illegal unless there's any child stuff in there. I don't think it's illegal. If there's anything degrading to children, then that would be illegal. But that would be up to the investigators to look into. These people should, if they think there's something illegal in there, they should be just turning it over to law enforcement. They shouldn't be like getting up and putting all this stuff onto a press conference and going, oh, this means this. In my opinion, anyway. I mean, I suppose they have a First Amendment right. They can, if they want to. They're speaking the truth. This lady does do all this stuff.
Yeah.
But what's the point?
Who cares?
Why? You're just making life more difficult for her when she's already got a father who has been arrested, indicted for all this stuff. And her life's already been ruined by all this. Like, why do this to her? I just don't get it. When is the defamation case happen? See, that's the problem, right? I don't think she can sue for defamation because this is all true. Right? She does do all this. This is her artwork. It's probably true that she is on like DeviantArt and all these other sites. She does have a Tumblr account. All this stuff's probably true. So she probably can't sue them because this stuff's all true.
Yeah.
It's just really not nice of them to do this to her because she hasn't done anything wrong. They're just up there speaking about what she's done and making it sound like she's done something wrong. It's just very unpleasant. Copyright infringement? Do they pay her for those printings? I don't know. All right, let's keep going. If they're saying she never knew but never said anything, I don't know. She knew but never said anything. I don't know, man.
Perhaps this is a stretch and perhaps not, but look at the hairstyle. And consider Rex Huermann's hairstyle. But this is a picture of a person who's hung. Remember that Rex Huermann is using points to hang people. This person is hung and disemboweled.
Like me.
With a knife that's in the picture.
Did I tell you I'm hitting that?
Yep.
This one's my favorite, sir.
This appears to be the remains of a human being that looks half-eaten.
The
Remember
bobs are
that
eaten.
Victoria Heuermann is on the internet reading words and looking at pictures that deal with hardcore. That is to say,
so am I right now.
Hardcore.
You look at the
we all are right now.
Call a packet I gave you. There are other pictures in there that are so atrocious we didn't even put them up. Worse than what you see.
Yeah, it looks
Of
like a
people
zombie,
eating human
Benjamin.
flesh.
Why do I get the feeling this guy's hard right now?
In this picture, if you look, it has a strange familiarity when you see it because the torso shows that the arm is chopped off at the elbow. And the head is, of course, disconnected as well. And the body is being cut up into pieces, the hands, and so on. Who does that match? Jessica Taylor? Valerie Mack? Entire slicing up as if it were for food.
That looks like a good tenderloin roast.
Hey, Pixel Pixie, today, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good to see you. Who drew this? Rex Huermann's daughter.
I see.
This is so stupid. Yeah, you're right online.
This is a picture of a female
Garbage.
human body, completely disemboweled in the front,
Ew.
with her entrails hanging over her vagina
Ew.
and her legs chopped off.
Oh, God. Okay. I wouldn't have
Some
known
of
that
the
if you hadn't
things that
told
she
me.
was reading about, which I'm going to put before you in a moment. Some of the things she's reading about was how, when these bodies were disemboweled and cut up, the torturer would have sex with the openings,
Oh, okay.
such as in the leg. That's what she's reading about.
Whatever floats your boat. I wouldn't have known that if you hadn't have told me. I now know. Thank you, you strange man.
And now I have a new fetish I discovered.
Ew.
God, this guy is so creepy.
He's creepy, and I can't stop looking at the scrunchie.
This is very interesting. Here is a woman.
Well, I can't
Here's
tell
a
what
woman.
a woman is.
Who's completely garroted.
Hang on. You
by
might
the
have
horns of a
misgendered
deer
her.
head, which is a
Yeah,
favorite
sir.
theme
That's the worst thing that could
in the
possibly happen
picture
to her.
she's looking at. Deer, they have to do with witchcraft, and you can see what's happened to the woman. But notice, there's a marsh in the background,
A
and
marsh?
this woman is laying on her back, just as Shannon Gilbert was found.
So she was found in a marsh, and there's a
Make of that
50-50
what you
chance
will.
of being found on her back or stomach, sweetie.
In her packet,
Oh, could be side.
He'd probably fall over at some
Now,
point.
hang on a minute. Hang on just
the
one
picture.
Just 1 second now. Didn't he say at the beginning that Shannon Gilbert is the one that wasn't
Yeah.
killed by Rex Huermann? Was not. Now, I think this is a senile old man. Sorry.
With ED.
Now, Roddy, help me out here.
Does he
Didn't
have
you
ED?
say at the beginning that he's trying to say that that Rex Huermann's not connected with Shannon Gilbert? Isn't Shannon Gilbert the one that he, right from the beginning, he's representing Shannon Gilbert's family and other families that are connected to her that apparently he's saying that they need to keep looking for other suspects, right? So what's the deal? Why is he now saying that he's the daughter of Rex and the daughter of Rex is making artwork that's connected in some way to the murder of Shannon Gilbert?
Yeah.
What the? And I know it's a really tenuous link, like he's reaching big time. I'm like, what? He's making no sense.
He's
said
reaching all the way around.
that Shannon Gilbert
around.
has not been linked to Rex. He said that. Yeah, he did say that right at the beginning.
Yeah.
So now why is he trying to make some link with the daughter? I'm so not into this. Dr. Gray Bucado is the forensic psychologist that's standing next to John Ray. He will give us thoughts. Yeah, so we're still yet to hear from expert. I can't wait. The painting he's saying resembles the way Shannon Gilbert was saying. Yeah, I know. That's what he just said. I'm just like, why? Okay, so it's going to be tied up, is it? All right. He's presenting an argument to link Rex with Shannon Gilbert. It's not a very good one, Max. It's really not a very good one.
There is actually artwork produced by Victoria. If you look, there's this horrifying monster with blood eating on the breasts of this woman who has a furry butt plug hanging out the back. She produced this art.
Sorry.
Oh, did you just see the Indian guy just look down at it? Ooh, show bobs and butt plugs. He just looked again. Ooh.
Very butt plug. What?
Can you go back? I need to hear that again. I need to clip that.
Hang on.
I need that as a new sound clip. He just keeps looking at it.
I know. Wait, say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
Where's my damn furry butt plug pick?
What's he doing?
Pequa Park? Quite possibly.
No, I think you went too far ahead.
Okay.
Sorry?
Yeah, I think you're ahead.
Yeah.
It's hard to repeat.
It's hard to repeat that.
You'll notice in one of the other pictures, there's a room that looks like a basement with blood all over.
Oh, dude.
Sound familiar?
Go back a few seconds.
Does it match Massapequa Park? Quite possibly.
Just hit the left arrow.
I did, but it took me too far.
There we go. No, there we go. One more. Couple more.
Couple more. Oh, there we go.
Horrifying monster with blood.
There we go. There we go.
Eating on the breasts of this woman who has a furry butt plug hanging out the back. She produced this art.
Look at you smiling.
And he keeps looking down at it. Ooh, I have a furry butt plug too. Even the girl's looking at it a little bit like, So that's what a furry butt plug is. And she's putting on her glasses now to look at it. Can I see this furry butt plug?
I'm from NY. We appreciate him. He may be somewhat of a spectacle, but his antics have kept attention on this case.
You'll
That's
notice
really
in one of the other pictures,
Pixie.
there's a room that looks like a basement with blood all over. Sound familiar? Does it match Massapequa Park? Quite possibly. Sorry?
Could you repeat that? It's hard to repeat.
This is a picture of what appears to be a basement with blood all over it.
Why did he lick his lips? I saw
Remind
that
you
too.
of the basement in Massapequa Park?
He's trying so hard to keep a straight face. See?
I won't show them all. I don't need to.
No, you really do.
Body
sir.
of a man with the arms
really
and legs sliced off and chopped in half.
Do you
He's
like
in
the
a
little
pool. We named him Bob.
Bob? Bob. Do you like the little poll at the bottom? Do you think this evidence ties Heuermann's daughter to his alleged murders? Yes, no. Total votes 100. It just says total votes 109 at the bottom. I got it covered up there, but you can't see whether it's yes or no. Like you can't see which way it's going. It's got to be no. I mean, come on now. Like, it's just stupid. What a stupid thing. Come on now. Till Lube makes it not so furry anymore.
Interesting. Take a look at the neck of this person being chopped up. The neck is not just pierced, it's cut open. Think about Shannon Gilbert and her hyoid bone. Here's what she's reading. Don't be scared because I said I wanted to crack open your chest and play in your blood. I'm not a scary person. Murder is very romantic. By the way, remember, her father is looking at the same items. If you don't learn how to pull hair properly, you can easily snap someone's neck. If your communication and self-insight isn't on fucking point, dark kinks easily just become self-harm or abuse. If you tie the rope without EMT shears in reach, you're trying irresponsibly. If you're playing with drowning or waterboarding, a 2-second fuck up can kill.
Well, he's not wrong.
The cannibal picture. Here they are feasting on human flesh. And there's the human flesh being taken apart for food.
What were
With
they
a
hungry? Were they
With a furry butt plug.
with a furry blood plug? Look, Rex was making a fair bit of money. I don't think they were like desperate for food. Dear me.
Reading.
Okay, hang on a minute. John, giving out the memberships. Giving out the memberships, dude. What a legend. Gifts raining down. All right. By Franz was given a membership. Carlene, Justin Smith, Bob Cousins, and Dijin Fairbairn. Yay. Also, I felt a little bit generous today. Benjamin Gray is back. Yay. Pixel Pixie, / Dirk Diggler, and Jim Cox. Yay, we have 10 new members today. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's get that Discord jumping, and everyone, if you're a new member or if you're a returning member, make sure that you go to the membership tab and there is a link there. Click on the link and get yourself into our Discord. There's a little teensy-weensy 2-minute, 3-minute movie there that will tell you how to sync up your YouTube account to the Discord, and that way you get straight on in. You don't need any help. You may already just get straight in if you've already got your Discord account linked to your YouTube account, because there's some cool tech there that just lets you in. Otherwise, if you have any help, just tag a Megamod at Megamod and we'll help you get in. And we have heaps of fun in the Discord. It's members only. Welcome. Have fun. And thank you, guys. Thank you, John. Thank you. You're such a great, awesome, supportive mod. Now you're a mod. You have a wrench. Isn't he a great mod? All right, let's keep going.
It's entitled Brutalized, brackets, Hot Sexy. Being drowned in a bathtub, bonus points if it's full blood. Throat bit and crushed in someone's teeth. Arm skinned and someone pulling on your tendons to force your fingers to move. Hands being stepped on and broken. Making out with mouths full of blood. Bonus points if it's your blood and you're forced to drink it. Stabbed while in a crushing embrace that starts to break your ribs. Wrapped in electric barbed wire. High-powered shock collar and muzzle.
Chastity belt.
That sounds like John's Friday night.
Sedation.
Ball gag.
Enough to be in a dreamy haze.
Sounds like
while you're
Mercator's
taken
Friday
apart.
night.
Blindfolded, muzzle, tied down while someone cuts you open and plays with your organs. Arms strapped down, multiple needles left in, full of drugs, while your killer explains the plans for your tonight as they prepare your body.
Well, at least they explain it.
Punched in the
I
mouth,
mean, well,
bruises,
it's a bit late
body
by
cut
then,
up,
isn't it?
played with and left broken to die. And then the instruments. just like the instruments described in what the district attorney released of Mr. Heuermann's work.
Are they the same?
These are posts that
Scrunchy.
did she repost these? These are posts, circulated by blogs that she follows. Listen, yes, it's technically illegal to keep a person chained to the wall in your basement. Use their holes, 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 whenever you please, and treat them as nothing but an object for your pleasure. But you're not a person, so what's the problem?
Yeah, like I do with her. These are sex toys.
These are sex toys. These are for sex, a bone saw. He had a collection of these items or similar items.
Okay.
Wonder if she's a thrill wonder.
Chains with points, hard points. He used hard points. He refers to it.
What's her place in this?
I have no idea. To look awkward?
The inside of my brain looks like this.
Oh, does it?
With a bed and blood all over it. Massapequa Park?
Yours?
Now take those things that I've just shown you, and let me read you this first. And then I have something else I want to tell you.
This is so weird. This is just so weird.
These are quotes from what she's reading. Okay? By the way, we don't have more than what I'm showing you for one very good reason. We have found that it appears that she erased all of her sites that she had, all of her social media. She just missed these ones. And her mother, we try to get her mother's similarly, all erased.
Ronnie, that's interesting.
Now, the district attorney himself makes a list in his latest indictment papers of what Rex Huermann is looking at. And amongst them, there are 26 of them that he lists, but I'll just hit some that matter in relation to these photos and what was said.
Yeah.
On the blogs that she was looking
Please
at.
don't show us more.
Quote, girl begging for rape porn. Teen girl begging for rape porn.
Jesus.
Pretty girl with bruised face porn. Remember the picture of the bruised face woman or girl
Isn't
in
this just a Stephen
his
King
house.
novel?
Torture redhead porn. She's a redhead, the daughter. 10-year-old schoolgirl. Lips cut off. Skinny redhead tied up and raped. Girl hog-tied torture porn.
What? Hang on. They're saying that Rex searched for this?
I don't
Match
know.
what you heard there with what you've seen here
Or
and heard
or Victoria
what
did.
she said. And they're almost the same, or they are the same. Mr. Tierney says, newly discovered searches include.
Oh, it must be Rex.
These are the films he's looking at, or
Okay.
that Heuermann's looking at.
Right.
Hung by tits. Ball gag. And we have pictures that she was looking at of ball gags with blood all over the face of the person who has it.
So what? My ex had a ball gag.
They were both interested in ball gags.
A lot of people
Medieval
are.
torture of women speaks for itself. Long Island Mistress BDSM.
Kinky.
We also know
Please
all
tell
these
me you search
pictures
for
speak for
Baldo.
themselves as
Search for Baldo.
BDSM. And we know that Heuermann spent time, we know now, in Manhattan clubs in BDSM situations.
So do we know if his daughter is
For
single?
example, a place called Pandora's Box. When you take all of these things collectively,
Delete.
are you going to be able to reasonably say, well, just circumstantial evidence? Who knows whether the mother really knew what was going on in the house? Who knows whether Mr. Heuermann had anything to do with what happened to his daughter?
He's innocent.
You can take one inference is that this poor girl was brought up in this sickness. And don't think for 1 minute, from what you now know, that Rex Huermann was cutting people up, removing their hands and heads and so on, just so that he could avoid identification. That isn't even true. We know he left the tattoos on, he sliced them up. He knew very well he could have just cut them off, and he didn't. He's not caring too much about identification, although he is that too. He's enjoying what he's doing. Look at what he is reading, what his daughter is reading, what they're observing. It's BDSM to the max.
Trust me, sir.
And
you haven't met my
it's
ex.
demonic. How else do you describe it?
You better be careful what allegations you're making about the daughter.
Are you surprised at the way it looked? It matches the demonic life that they're living there.
No.
Why do you think they haven't left after they know that murdered bodies were in that home?
You need to be careful.
There's much more to be said on that. I say to you, you draw the inferences. You draw the inferences. But how can you escape some meaning to what we have discovered?
Hey, mate, how's it going?
How can you escape it?
I don't like where this is going.
As I said, you can tell from this, we're the gatekeepers.
Oh, are you now?
We're in pursuit of the killers.
Oh, are you?
We know from one witness that I've already produced to the district attorney's office, who was vetted by Commissioner Rodney Harrison, police commissioner, and found to be credible. We know that Shannon Gilbert was in the Sayville Motor Lodge with Rex Huermann. There's a connection between her and him. We know something that has never to this day been addressed by the Heuermann family lawyers, nor for that matter by the district attorney. And that is that I was able in January to check out the alibi that Mrs. Heuermann and children were in Atlantic City when Maureen Brainerd Barnes disappeared in July of 2007. We talked to the night manager, and I say we, myself and 3 witnesses who are present here today, 3 eyewitnesses. We spoke to the night manager for that hotel, and we checked out whether or not the Heuermann family had checked in when they would have had the alibi.
Right.
They did not. They checked in not on July 6th. They checked in on July 17th. And she read it to us off the computer that she had in front of her twice.
And your point is?
And I brought this up, and you heard the lawyers, Mr. Matev and Mr. Macedonio, say, John Ray's a liar, and they'll prove it. That was 200 and some, how many days ago now? Since January? You never heard another word from them, did you? And I'm awaiting the district attorneys look into that. We're the gatekeepers.
So you have quite a high opinion
For
of
all
yourself.
the facts and circumstances. And remember what the commissioner of Suffolk County Police Department said. If you don't want to talk to the police for any reason, call John Ray. I'm operating under that official blessing. And I'm not giving up. And you can see why. These people are in our society. They're cannibals.
They got some great porn we got to
They're
find.
monsters.
They're cannibals.
They're
They're
human
monsters.
devils.
They're
They're
human
evil.
devils.
Dude,
The
there's no
Heuermanns
evidence
are
he's
part of that
Chandler
pack.
Halverson.
Now, with me, now, I mentioned Dr. Brucato, who's here to
Brucati?
address some of the things that I have just now mentioned.
Okay, hang on,
There's-
just one moment now. Just one moment now. Before this guy speaks, I just need to go back to what this scrunchy man was just saying. He's alleging that the whole family's involved and that they're human devils, that they're cannibals, that they're all involved, right back to the very first victim, who was Maureen Brainerd Barnes in 2007, and that they didn't check into some hotel and they have an alibi for July 9th, 2007, that they actually checked into a hotel a week later, right? And so the district attorney's office have not looked into that, which he brought up in January, right? And they said that, I'm not sure if he said that it was a district attorney's office that would prove him to be a liar or somebody else, but that was 200 and something days ago, and no one has disproven him, right? So, who does this person think he is? Who exactly does he think he is? So he is like
he's John Ray.
Yeah. So he's the ringleader of the families, right? He's the gatekeeper of the information. And if the district attorney is not doing something, then he'll do it.
Damn straight.
Damn straight. So he's kind of like Turtle Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for the Gilgo Beach murders. Yeah, okay. I don't like it. I feel like there's some potential slander going on. And yeah, I don't know. And I do not like what he just did with that artwork. And
I did like the furry butt plug.
Yeah. Trying to draw some inference between those artworks and Victoria, the daughter of Rex, having some sort of knowledge or being involved in some way with those murders, I just think it's very wrong to do that, to put that out publicly like this, and knowing full well that any press conference is going to be like live streamed, put all over the internet, like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Anyway, let's see what this expert has to say, shall we?
He's probably a douchebag.
We'll see.
No, I'm pretty sure he's a douchebag.
First of all, is everyone hearing
me? Because he's an expert. Yeah, experts
everyone
usually are.
Me well? First of all, thank you to Mr. Ray and his team and to all of you. And I'll begin my comments by saying that it is important that we dedicate everything we're doing today to the victims. I think it's very important to do that. BDSM. Remember that we're not interested in the titillating details of what
I am.
Oh, you think?
I am.
As much as trying to prevent those horrible things from happening in the future by understanding.
What has this whole press conference been so far?
It's also important
titillating details.
Not examined.
I'm titillated for sure.
His daughter, his wife, or any other member of the family. And the comments I'm going to make are general about the trends in these kinds of offenders and what we might be able to gauge about someone who may be potentially joining the ranks of that type of individual here. First of all, when people are charged with offenses, repeat murder, you don't get hauled into court, under a charge of serial killing, right? But it is important to understand when there is a pattern of serial killing that is alleged.
Sorry.
Did you know you
we can learn a great deal about what the likely
why is it doing that?
Motive is of the individual and understand a lot about the individual's psychology. The vast majority of people who meet criteria for serial killing are sexually motivated. And I want you to understand that we have to envision a circle in which there are individuals that repetitively commit sexual assault against other individuals, but don't kill. Within that circle is a smaller group of individuals who are sadistic toward the individuals that they're assaulting, brutalizing them in every imaginable way, but do not kill them. Within that circle is a smaller group that proceed to actually kill the individuals, sometimes to get rid of witnesses, sometimes because the force is too much and someone passes away, and sometimes because this now becomes part of the thrill. But within that circle is the rarest of all, which is a sexually sadistic serial killer who kills after protracted, prolonged torture in every imaginable way.
Oh, sorry. I thought you had.
And it is in that tiny circle that we would be placing Mr. Heuermann if he is indeed guilty. It is important to understand that individuals like that are motivated partially by sadism and partially by a kind of intellectual boredom, a stimulation. People of that type, for example, can look at all kinds of things and collect all kinds of things and do all kinds of things to keep it interesting.
That's a
for
joke,
themselves.
future
And as a
prosecutor.
consequence, evolve and do all manner of things to their victims to learn about what happens to bodies.
No, that was the one thing
to
he didn't
see what
have.
causes the greatest
A
thrill.
Baldo.
Now, regarding
we don't
things
know.
Well,
that have
that's
been
true.
spoken about today, it is important to understand that about 80%, it is estimated, of serial killers operate alone. But that leaves, by some estimates, 20% that do operate with other people.
Like
So
me.
it can be a group of people that are all interested in the same perversions. That can be a wife or a partner,
Aw.
significant other. That can be
Relationship
one's own child.
Uh,
In that small circle of cases, which incidentally do not include any in the state of New York that I'm aware of prior to this, where an
Brains.
individual actually has what may be a torture chamber or an isolated place where individuals are brought. For example, you remember from the document reference to hard points. Hard points are those little screws that you hang a variety of tools on, like in a garage. You have to imagine a situation in which a woman would be knocked out and wake up in that kind of chamber with all those instruments around her to be used like a kid in a candy box for sadism and experimentation repetitively. And you have to imagine the potential that that's inside a soundproofed room in one's own home. The rarity of that cannot be emphasized enough. Now, some cases that might be instructive for people to look into, the most important, I think, being the case of David Parker Ray, the sexually sadistic serial killer who had a $100,000 torture chamber, soundproofed, inside a trailer, where women were brought by his own daughter sometimes after she had knocked them out for participation in perversions. Another case you may want to look at is the case of John Wayne Gacy, the sexually sadistic serial killer of boys and young men, because until recently it was thought that he was a lone wolf. And some evidence has emerged more recently that he may have been part of a network that was feeding victims to him. And there are many serial killers of that type, we're learning. There is a tendency to think that these types are lone wolves who can't have relationships with others or engage in crimes with other people. Regarding the things that were spoken about today, as a psychologist, I think it would be important for me to emphasize that we have no clear accusations or proof one way or the other, but there are certainly suggestions that I think must be taken seriously, and there would be precedent for this kind of thing based on other cases. Approximately 1 in 5, according to some experts, of these serial killers do operate that way with other people.
But experts are usually
I'll be happy to answer any questions. I'll also say at the end, I'll also like to take a very quick moment to say that I am a member of the Cold Case Foundation on the expert panel. I'll clarify, because I know some people are aware of the name of John Douglas coming up in the bail document as the author of 2 of the books studied allegedly by Heuermann. He is the chairman emeritus of the Cold Case Foundation, which is a group of experts that offers help, assistance to law enforcement, to individuals that petition, families that petition to help solve cold cases. I am sure, given that the average age of onset for people who commit these offenses is about 26, and they don't tend to stop until eliminated or arrested, you can imagine that it would be very improbable that there are only 6 victims in this case. And you can imagine that these individuals would have been kept for some time prior to their killing. I am sure that there are millions of people out there, probably in multiple states, who have encountered this individual, who have potentially escaped this individual, who may have actually been assaulted by the individual or engaged in perverse actions, or may have information on homicides that might in the future be alleged. I would encourage you to please be unafraid to consider prayerfully, thoughtfully reaching out to a group like the Cold Case Foundation, to someone like Mr. Ray, to law enforcement, because when this story is all over, I suspect it will be much more complicated and horrifying than it even appears to be now.
Oh, you think?
Thank you.
Right. If it were me, I would not go anywhere near Mr. Ray.
Just keep in mind one or two more things. In the packet that I gave you, the first packet, the black and white, the pictures on the back and are pictures from the book that was on the kitchen table when the police entered in the last warrant, and when Victoria was home alone. That book speaks of death scenes, and those are real gore, real pictures of sex workers chopped up. That's what she had on her kitchen
Man.
table, and her lawyers say they don't know how to explain it.
Oh,
That's in this
please.
too. And one more thing, and that is that after this, can anybody reasonably infer, as we've heard over and over again to the contrary, can anybody reasonably now infer that this man was leading a double life at home? There was no double life. Now we'll answer questions.
Let's go.
So is it likely that he essentially psychologically trained his daughter to become a serial killer, if that's in the realm of possibility?
I can't speak to this particular case because I have not examined anyone involved.
What are you doing there then?
Here are circumstantial things that are certainly worth contemplating. I'll say this: among the individuals that do participate with serial killer family members or friends or associates, they seem to divide up into different groups. Some of them have their own perversions and are collaborating because they, in a group, are able to enjoy these things together. And some of them are individuals who have been traumatized or exposed repetitively.
Guys, we
to
found
these
that
kinds of
funny.
things and are joining in
Yeah.
with the offender. Sometimes as
It wasn't until he
Stockholm
insulted
syndrome
her
or attempt to
directly.
survive. Sometimes
I didn't even
because
see
it's
it.
been,
Yeah.
so desensitized for them that it's become normal in the home or environment in which they're operating. And sometimes there's no relation, that they just are interested in these kinds of unusual things on their own. But you have to take that on a case-by-case basis. And I think it's certainly worth thinking about, because I think we'd agree that what we're seeing here is certainly disturbing.
In his manifest, he used the term play, and apparently Victoria used the same terminology.
Mm-hmm.
What do you make of that?
Well, it gets to the point that I raised earlier about a lot of this being about stimulation and excitement and fun for these individuals. And the idea is to extend, in the fantasy at least, to extend what is happening to the individual out of a kind of curiosity and amusement, and to keep heightening the thrill the way somebody, for instance, with a drug addiction might do, to need a greater and greater high. And some people can have fantasies
Like Nicholas
that
Rekieta?
and leave them at the level of fantasy. And some individuals need to actually spill over into enacting those fantasies. But it's impossible to say, how many people have only the fantasies and how many actually spill over. But fantasies are certainly disturbing. Hmm? Sorry.
And share those fantasies with a family member?
Well, first of all, there are some situations I'm aware of where that happens, where, as I said, there is normalization within a home to the point that that can happen. But the themes that are here are extreme, even for people who have sexualized or aggressive fantasies, because we're seeing here themes of things like cannibalization,
Now he's forgiven.
fornication with body parts.
I am a little
mutilation,
I am a little
things like that.
protective.
It's not just
I
bondage
guess.
fantasies. It extends all the way over into things that are far more horrifying. And for those things to be normalized, you'd have to think about the kind of material.
Hey, you're right. He
persons
is comic book guy.
pornography they might be exposed to, the kind of talk, books, etc. But I think the jury is out on what this is about. But it's certainly worth thinking about.
Well, I apologize. This is obviously very disturbing to all of us, but she's still young. Do you think she was involved in any of the murders? Like the Gilgo Beach
Huh.
like helped him at all? Or are you just saying that
Good question. Can you guys hear that?
thinking about it in the future? That's
Not really.
Okay.
I am not there. I was never there. The police alone have been.
Okay. So that reporter just asked. So Victoria, she was young. Do you really think she was involved in these murders?
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Very good
there
question.
in Massapequa Park House. I don't know what else they know. What I'm saying we can infer from this, and it's not the only inference, but it's a very strong inference, is that this girl was made over the course of years somehow to become accustomed to liking what you see here. And that didn't just happen in the air. That happened because somebody did something. And, you can take it from there, take the rest from there. That's what I'm saying. She certainly falls within the circle of suspicion as to some activity
You asshole.
that's involved here, not least because we know that her hairs are found on the dead bodies.
Oh, please.
It's his fucking daughter.
There was no
Her hair's going to be all over him.
Are there civil legal ramifications?
Well, that's an
There
Australian.
certainly could be civil legal.
Wait, did you hear that? That's an Aussie.
If there was no double life like you suggest, are there civil legal ramifications?
I can always hear an Aussie accent.
Did he fuck a kangaroo? Mate?
Shut up. He said if there was no hang on. Let me hear it again.
If there was no double life like you suggest, are there civil legal ramifications?
If there was no double life like you suggest, is there civil legal ramifications? Ha! Are you going to get sued?
There certainly could be civil legal ramifications for the Heuermann family. Each
No, for
of them,
you.
you know, they're pretty extensive. I
think he's
imagine.
asking about
I'm
you.
not looking to pursue them myself. That's not.
No.
I'm not looking
No,
to
they
sue
might wanna
them
pursue
or have
you,
a civil
sir.
case against them.
You.
It's got nothing to do with me. But
No,
there
you.
could very well be.
They
Yes.
pursue you.
You.
Are you saying that Shannon, you believe that Shannon Gilbert was a victim of Heuermann?
I'm not saying that Shannon Gilbert was certainly a victim of Heuermann. I am saying what we do know. And we know if that witness who was credible told the truth, the taxi driver, that Heuermann knew Shannon Gilbert. That he and that makes a lot of sense. If we
Sure.
follow the trail of Heuermann, I know that Heuermann was a very gregarious fellow from the witnesses I've talked to who've come and talked to me and given me statements. And I know that he spent a lot of time in various bars and places where there were strippers and dancers and that sort of thing around Long Island and in New York City. The chances that he came across Shannon Gilbert, besides what the taxi cab driver said, are excellent.
Dude, it's New York. How many hookers are there?
She also has a Massapequa entry in her
It's
book that we found.
women go there
her
because
notebook
of,
of scheduling. And I point out another
opportunities.
thing.
Did he just say, oh, Rex Huermann went to a lot of bars and stuff, and she went to a lot of bars and stuff, and she was a hooker there, and he hired a lot of hookers, so therefore they could have met up? Did he actually just say that?
Oh,
It's New York.
yeah.
It's a pretty big place, right?
It's a pretty big shithole, but yeah.
Like, it's kind of like people saying to me, oh, you're an Aussie. I know an Aussie. Do you know them? Yeah, they live next door. I'll just get on my kangaroo and go visit them. Actually, it's even worse than that. Well, it's even worse than that because there's actually more people in New York than there is in the whole of Australia. Actually,
Can
no,
you
there's
ride
not.
kangaroos?
Yeah, actually,
Has
no.
anybody tried?
You could try; they'll kill you.
Oh,
Yeah,
ride
no,
ostriches.
you'll end up dead.
Okay.
Yes, there's a witness that saw Rex when he dropped off Shannon, but this was before her disappearance. Yeah, he was very involved with prostitutes. I know,
Who is
but
it?
I'm just saying that. Okay, I get it. There is a connection between him and Shannon. That's fine, but if there were no connection actually already established, just saying that they could have met because she's a prostitute in that area and he uses prostitutes in that area is nowhere near enough of a reason to put them together. Like, New York's a big place. There's so many people there. It's just not enough. There'd have to be more than that.
That doesn't preclude anything I've said so far regarding my lawsuit that's continuing as we speak. There's connections that could be made there. We don't know. I'm not the police. If they come to me, I'll certainly report them. But it does strike me that when Shannon Gilbert says, the first thing she says on the 911 tapes is, someone is after me. Someone is after me. That means she's being chased. She's being stalked. Rex Huermann was a stalker. You may remember from the beginning, before I ever knew of Rex Huermann, I said publicly over and over, there's a hunter involved in this case. Someone was hunting
Hunter?
her.
Biden?
He's a hunter. Rex Huermann turns out to be a very avid hunter. And he belonged to a variety of rifle clubs. We saw a picture, I think, Newsday published. But there's more than that. If you look at the schedule that Ray Tierney put out, you can see that Huermann, in a period of 2 weeks, was at 3 different hunt clubs. He's a real hunter. He's got 300 guns to do that. I have 3 eyewitnesses who say that he pulled pistols on them. One who says that he shot her right across the back of the neck. He's a hunter with guns. Who knows what else? Start to put those pieces together.
The DA said that the heirs
And furry butt plugs.
transferred from Rex to the victims.
I don't think the DA said that the hairs were actually transferred. He speculated that they were transferred. The hairs transferred from Rex Huermann to the body the hairs that belong to the daughter and the mother.
You're speculating
He's
too.
speculating at that. He has no way of knowing that for certain. But now, when you consider what you've seen and what you know, that might tip the card a little bit in favor of the fact that there might be more to it than just that they fell off of Huermann. Especially when you notice from the equipment that he took was designed, part of it, to clean up the hairs. And he even said so, and to wear a hairnet.
Who said so? Rex?
John, a lot of this art.
Her hair isn't going to be in his hair. It's going to be on his shirt. His
None
arms.
of it's actually made by
Anywhere.
Victoria Heuermann. Did you look into who the creator?
Oh yeah, Wiki Wookie.
Yeah, we know that they create this atrocious art for a living, but you're not quite right. Take a look at what I showed you earlier.
Each
She
to their
created
own.
the monster that's eating a woman's breasts with a furry butt plug in the picture. She created that, and that was in line with everything
I just
else.
can't handle him saying
So
very
I can't agree with you there. She's in this art.
What does law enforcement say?
I cannot hear you, Danielle.
Told you distant. They said it.
What I did was, with this particular information, I notified Ray Tierney. I wrote him a letter, invited his detectives to come here if he wished to the press
To
conference,
discuss the
and
furry
invited
butt
him to
plug.
call me so I could do so. I have not heard from him. So we're just going forward with what we have.
You want to share it with them? You want to follow up?
I
Damn straight.
at every step of the way in this case, I have cooperated with the authorities. I have given them what I'm entitled to give, from other witnesses. The witnesses who
gave
come
him
to
a
me,
furry butt
if
plug.
they don't want their information turned over to the police, I don't do it.
No, but you're
But
happy
if
to
they
just shove
give
it
me
out to the
permission,
public
I
on
always
press
do it.
conference
I
out on
believe
the
that the
pavement.
proper authority for properly investigating this and getting to the truth is the task force. We good?
Mr. Ray, you said countless times that all this is for justice for the victim. How is showing these images, just to sum it up, justice for the victim?
Yeah, how is it?
Showing these images teaches us that there is a likely connection between Rex Huermann and his family in these crimes that have been committed, and that the
No.
truth is going to reveal
It
that.
doesn't.
We don't know how far those connections reach. We do know if they do reach through the family, number one, he's not isolated. He's not acting alone. Number two, therefore, he is not, as I said before, living 2 lives. But number three, we should start to look at his wife, his daughter, where they went, who they met with. Things, it opens up this door. I have information. I know where his wife went sometimes.
I'll
So-
tell you.
That whole door is now opened. And there's one inference from at least some of the witchcraft things she talked about in her paperwork and so on. There's an inference. It's one inference of many that there's more than just them, that they're involved with other people in this as well. That needs to be looked at. These people didn't tell the truth. They're misleading us.
John, I have a question. So basically, this portrait was created by Victoria. Of all that you've shown us, this is the one she created. Is that correct?
Yeah, the picture of the monster and the woman that I mentioned is created by Victoria. Everything else she erased. We don't know what else there is, but we do know that.
So was this found in the house and taken out by detectives?
I don't believe it was found in the house, but I don't have their inventory. I don't know. But that's on, we connected it, as Lena has told you and explained to you, and we're giving you that explanation in detail for your use because I know it was highly technical. You can see that she can connect that with the other things that Victoria was looking at.
Right, you guys. Like, honestly, it's all the people that are standing with him. That's like his little posse, right? And it's like he sent out the bat signal to his little posse, and he's like, guys, fairy butt plug. We have to do a press conference about the fairy butt plug. And they're like,
Yes, we do.
we do. It's fairy butt plug time. Let's get
Fairy
out the
butt plug.
paintings. Yes.
More.
More.
More butt plugs that are furry.
More. Let's make them suffer. Oh my
Suffer,
God.
child, suffer.
Yeah, okay. Hello, Marco Macaroni. Who is this jackass? Oh, look, we've been spending the last nearly 2 hours trying to figure it out. Thanks to Ronnie very much. I think we've got it now. He's a crazy old dude with a velvet scrunchie. He is like the turtle boy of the
Turtle
Gilgo case of Dildo Beach. But he's not there to show that Rex is innocent. He's there to stand up for the families of the victims and prove that not only is Rex the killer, but the whole family are a bunch of cannibals. Not kidding. And crazy sex fiends who are into fairy butt plugs and other strange sexual practices.
I have one right now.
Oh, yeah. Yep. It's moist. We don't want to see it. Not kidding.
My taint.
It's tainted, all right. So that's actually what, like, legit, the last hour and a bit has been this dude and his entourage, his posse of butt plug people, with there's been paintings, legitimately paintings of, like, sexual acts of cannibalism and things that are from Victoria Heuermann, who is the daughter of Rex Huermann, and he's trying to show that she became this painter, this artist, because she was brought up as part of some sort of family cult or something, that they all took part in the mutilation of these hookers. I cannot even fathom this. And how he gets away with standing there on the pavement with these people and making these allegations is just beyond me. I hope his ass just gets sued off. I really do. I don't like it one little bit.
That's one thing that can happen to his ass.
Yeah. So we're not talking about Sal? I mean, come on. Oh, yeah, we are talking about him as well. Of course. Of course we are. Is it press a finish or is it more? Oh, he's just answering questions. It's almost done. It's almost done. We're like about 2 or 3 minutes away. Unbelievable. It's been nuts. Absolutely nuts.
There's her signature actually appears on it.
It's a Baldo.
Doc, can you just say and spell your name?
Yeah, sure. I'm John Ray, John Ray. Now the doctor.
Dr. Gary Brucato, Gary, B as in boy, Rucato.
And Doctor, you're with Boston College. If you can just tell us your credentials again.
Sure. I'm currently a visiting scholar at Boston College, where I conduct forensic research with Dr. Ann Burgess.
And
I'm in
to be
private
clear,
forensic practice, and I'm in private practice for general psychotherapy at Clarity Therapy,
all
Clarity
he
Therapy
did
in New York
was
City.
talk about serial killers in general.
I'm a clinical psychologist and an author and researcher specializing in
He couldn't
violent
comment
crime
on
and
this
severe
case at
mental
all.
illness.
Oh, completely,
If
Marco
you need a
Maroney.
packet, if you didn't get one, just give us your email. We'll give it to you. We have it. So you can have everything. Good. Thank you.
What about these pictures out here?
Yes.
They're in the packet?
They're in the packet.
Oh, great. I can't wait to look at it, Max. Right. Okay, that's that. We're done with that. Oh, dear. Well, okay, Kat, you know what you just did? You just caused me all sorts of grief with my screen. Hey. Wow.
Well,
Well,
I'm
well, that turned
titillated.
out to be spicier than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, Kat!
I mean, this is the kind of stuff we normally cover on my channel.
Yeah. Wow. That was intense. Like, as intense as a camping ground. Get it?
Yes.
Important cat business. Oh, wow. Cat, like, I've got my electric blankie here and I had a bottle of water and the cat just went like that. That was smart, wasn't it? Thank you, everybody. So apparently Gosney is doing a death penalty talk over in his Rumble. No, he's also on YouTube. We're going to go over to there now. We're going to go raid the death penalty thing.
Even though
Don't
he's
talk about furry butt plugs.
and he's a turncoat that went to the prosecutor's office.
We still love him, though.
I know. And
We
actually,
still love him.
he's training prosecutors, so it's like, it's,
Yeah. Maybe he'll
really-
teach them to have a heart.
well, they're prosecutors still, but
Maybe.
I think it's really good. I'm
Yeah.
happy for him.
We are happy for. Yeah. All right. Wonderful. Thank you guys for sticking around. That was a bit long. So apparently, Gozzy, what's that? What are you talking about? What are you giggling about? No. No.
I wasn't gonna pull it up, but
No. That's not happening. No furry butt plug raid. No. It's Gosney's stream. You have to behave. You have to behave. Promise? Promise everyone you gotta behave. It's Gosney's stream.
please, be nice.
No.
Don't do that to Hella, please.
No, it's Gosney's stream. He won't find it funny. He won't get it. He won't get it. No, you're not doing that. You okay, you suck and you suck.
I said don't do it.
All right, love you guys. Love you guys. Don't know if we're streaming tomorrow or not, but we definitely will be on Saturday.
Yeah.
Definitely will be on Saturday. No beach race. Oh, dear me. Dear me. All right, love yous. And see you all in the Discord as well. I think just about everyone here is members. So if you're not on the Discord, please get over onto there. Yeah, definitely going to be hanging out over the weekend, having some fun. It's my birthday on Sunday. So everyone, make sure you come and hang out or do some watch parties and stuff and have some fun. So make sure you're there. If you're not clicked through, make sure you do. Make sure you do. Alrighty, that's it. And everyone, let's go and raid Steve. It's a hella raid. Hella raid. That's it. 100% hella raid.
Yep.
Okay. Done. Okay. Bye.
Bye.